Genesis 4. Adam made love to his wife Eve. She became pregnant and gave birth to Cain. She said, "With the help of the Lord, I have brought forth a man." Later, she gave birth to his brother Abel. Now Abel kept flocks and Cain worked the soil. In the course of time, Cain became some of the fruits of the soil as an offering to the Lord. And Abel also brought an offering, fat portions, from some of the firstborn of his flock. The Lord looked with favor on Abel and his offering, but on Cain and his offering he did not look with favor. So Cain was very angry and his face was downcast. Then the Lord said to Cain, "Why are you so angry? Why is your face downcast? If you do what is right, you will not be accepted. But if you do not do what is right, sin is crouching at your door. It desires to have you, but you must rule over it." Now Cain said to his brother Abel, "Let's go out to the field." While they were in the field, Cain attacked his brother Abel and killed him. The Lord said to Cain, "Where is your brother Abel?" "I don't know," he replied. "Am I my brother's keeper?" The Lord said, "What have you done? Listen, your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground. Now you are under a curse and driven from the ground, which opened its mouth to receive your brother's blood from your hand. When you work the ground, it will no longer yield its crops for you. You will be a restless wanderer on the earth." Cain said to the Lord, "My punishment is more than I can bear. Today you are driving me from the land, and I will be hidden from your presence. I will be reckless wanderer on the earth, and whoever finds me will kill me." But the Lord said to him, "Not so. Anyone who kills Cain will suffer vengeance 7 times over." Then the Lord put a mark on Cain, so that no one who found him would kill him. So Cain went out to the Lord from the Lord's presence and lived in the land of Nod, east of Eden. Cain made love to his wife, and she became pregnant and gave birth to Enoch. Cain was then building a city, and he named it after his son Enoch. To Enoch was born Arad, and Arad was the father of Majah, and Majah was the father of Methuselah, and Methuselah was the father of Lamech. And Lamech married 2 women, one named Ada and the other named Zillah. Ada gave birth to Jabal, and he was the father of those who live in tents and raise livestock. His brother's name was Jubiel, and he was the father of all who play stringed instruments and pipes. Zillah also had a son, Tubal-Cain, who forged all kinds of tools out of bronze and iron. Tubal-Cain's sister was Naamah. Lamech said to his wives, "Ada and Zillah, listen to me. Wives of Lamech, hear my words. I have killed a man for wounding me, a young man for injuring me. If Cain is avenged 7 times, then Lamech 77 times. Adam made love to his wife again, as she gave birth to a son and named him Seth, saying, God has granted me another child in place of Abel, since Cain killed him. Seth also had a son, and he named him Enosh. At that time, people began to call on the name of the Lord." Genesis 4. This is a kind of a sad time. It reveals both the depths of human sin and the persistent of grace of God. It begins with the story of 2 brothers, Cain and Abel. They approach God in worship, but with 2 very different hearts. Cain's offering is rejected, but it's not because of the gift, but it's because of his attitude. His jealousy and unchecked anger led to the first murder in human history. It shows how sin, when left unchecked, can escalate into devastating consequences. Yet even in Cain's rebellion, God's mercy is evident. Instead of immediate destruction, Cain is marked and protected by God, a reminder that even when we fall, God's justice is there and His grace is there. The latter part of the chapter traces the descendants of Cain, revealing the increasing corruption of humanity, but also glimpses of culture and civilization through music, metalwork, and cities. However, the cycle of sin continues. But the chapter ends with a hopeful note. Eve gives birth to Seth, a new beginning, through whom people once call on the name of the Lord. This points us to the reality that sin will never have the final say. Even in a fallen world, God is working His redemption plan, a plan that will ultimately lead to Jesus, the one who crushes the power of sin and death. Chapter 4 reminds us of all the dangers of unchecked sin, the necessity of true worship, and the ever-present mercy of God. It calls us to examine our own hearts. Are we bringing our best to God with the right attitude? Are we quick to repent when sin comes at our door? And most importantly, do we trust in the grace of God, who provides a way back to Him through Christ?